Hey guys, Mustang here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are jumping into the rapid growth stage of Super Battle Road to try out the new TEQ KALE and CAULIFLA version of the rapid growth team. Obviously, when Rapid Growth Super Battle Road stage was released, both on JP and Global, people were very much confused with the fact that, you know, STR Kefla was technically the only true Rapid Growth leader, and people have always, like, looked down on her. I feel like she's a little bit underrated, but she's definitely not, like, a super good Dokkan Fest exclusive or anything, don't get me wrong. She was the main leader for Rapid Growth. She's also not a great unit for Super Battle Road, because if you're not getting the 6 orbs consistently, then she doesn't get that dodge chance, and her defense isn't exactly super great. So that stage getting its own Super Battle Road stage, or that category getting its own stage, I should say, was a little bit confusing to some people. Obviously, you could, like I did for the no items run, I saw a couple of other people doing the same thing, you could run a double Gohan, like Hybrid Saiyans team that were all rapid growth units, and that would work perfectly fine. But yeah, now we actually have a proper 170 leader for rapid growth, so we are running a full Universe 6 Girls build of the team. We do have the Int Kale here for a little bit of support. Now, obviously, I know that's a sore spot for some global players at the moment, because the KALE and CAULIFLA celebration on JP came with the Easy A for her and some of the other free-to-play Universe 6 girls, as well as the physical Kefla, and Global has decided to change things up a little bit, and we are getting the Hit Easy A as part of the part 1 of the celebration, and we don't yet know about the free-to-play units. I mean, for all we know, they could be in part 2 with whatever the LR banner for Christmas is going to be. But of course, as always happens, as soon as something gets like minorly delayed, everybody has to lose their minds about it. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But I've made my thoughts known about that on Twitter. This is actually my second attempt at recording this video, because I started going into a massive rant about the changes to global schedule and all that kind of stuff, and I realised I'd gotten basically to the end of the fight and had not really talked about the team or the run at all. So I've made my thoughts very clear on that on Twitter. At the end of the day, it's a different version of the game. They choose to do things differently in the schedule sometimes, and whether you like it or not, and you can make arguments for why they shouldn't do that, this version is treated like a different game, and sometimes they bring things out in different orders. And if you want to get mad because that order is different to the way it was on JP, you can, but there's not really a huge amount we can do about it. And I prefer to have a glass half full perspective. For me, getting the Hit Easy A is much better than getting the physical Kefla Easy A and the free-to-play ones, because apart from Kale, I don't think I'd run any of them anyway. So I'm very much excited for the Hit Easy A compared to the Kefla one. But you guys let me know down below what you think about it, which one you are most excited for. The only thing I will say that is kind of annoying about when Global releases things in a slightly different order to JP is that I like to link level units like in advance, knowing like, you know, when a unit's going to get their Easy A, then it's like, okay, I know that by this particular like point in the time in the schedule, I need to have this unit like link level 10 ready to go. And obviously if they then go ahead and release that unit at a different time we were expecting, so this is the perfect example, because I've had to go ahead and throw Hit on my link leveling team straight away, because I thought I had a bit more time to get him link leveled. But anyway, running the full Universe 6 Girls team, TEQ KALE, obviously everybody knows her as the 100% dodge queen when you're fighting against Pure Saiyans or Universe Survival Saga enemies, but she does get dodge chance in her passive based on Universe 6 and Peppy Gal's allies. So by running a full Universe 6 Peppy Gal's team, she actually still does have a very high chance to dodge as part of her passive. So it's not 100%, but it is incredibly high. So as you saw here from this turn, getting all those dodges in. The AGL KAULIFLA with her Easy A, she raises defense on super, so she can be reasonably tanky, especially after a double super like this. And then of course she does have a chance to counter supers. I'm trying to think off the top of my head if there's any non-Super Saiyan 4 units other than her that counter super attacks. I know we have units that have like the nullification and stuff now, but I think she's still the only non-Super Saiyan 4 that counters supers. I'm probably like completely missing somebody, so you can let me know down below in the comment section. But and then of course Kale, when she's on rotation with a KAULIFLA, guards, gets that additional. I think her additional super might actually be against the Universe Survival Saga or Pure Saiyan, but she guards with a Caulifla on rotation, which is the most important thing, right? That's what we want for this Super Battle Road run. So basically the way we're going to be running the setup here, we have our rotations the way we want them now, is we're going to have TEQ Caulifla on one rotation in slot 1 and STR Kale on the other rotation in slot 1, and then have the TEQ Kale and Caulifla in slot 2, because they actually share a ton of links, which is really, really good. The TEQ Caulifla and STR Kale are two of the better, like, non-featured unit, like banner units for this particular team setup. Obviously they're very much designed around being run with another Kale or Caulifla, but once you get that setup going, like, the team is actually very, very effective. So very, very good. All right, so let us go ahead and let's focus all of our TEQ attacks against Roshi here, and then we'll throw a little bit of damage towards the Crane Hermit. Let's get a little bit of a heal and then some damage, extra damage reduction here, because we've got the Icarus support memory active, so we should take basically no damage this turn, even without dodges, and then that brings us nicely into the next turn, where we should still be pretty much on full health, with STR Kale in slot 1 ready to guard. So this is a really good fight for her, because obviously we've got a physical and an AGL enemy, which normally would be kind of annoying for an STR unit, because you've got one type advantage, one type disadvantage, but she has the ability to guard. So 1.9 million from Kale and Caulifla here. Is this my one? I think the friend, this is the friend one. So the friend one has one dupe, 69%. My one is still 55%. I'm not doing any more summons on the banner. You guys will have seen, if you watched my summon video, I got pretty lucky in the summons for them, and then like immediately just went back to the Heroes banner to try and get some more copies of the Easy A units that I still needed. So mine will be at 55% until she comes back on another banner, or they come back on another banner, I should say. Because knowing my luck, they'll come back on a banner in the future, and I'll pull them like 4 times before I pull whoever the new unit is. So I'm perfectly happy to wait for them to come back. And it'd be interesting to see what's happening next for Global, because of course with the aforementioned changes in the schedule compared to JP, we don't really know like what is coming next for Global. Part 2 LR could be Goku and Hit, based on, you know, what JP got as part 2 for the Kale and Caulifla celebration. We also have to bear in mind the fact that last year JP got Bojack in this time slot, and then got the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan as their Part 2 LR, and Global got the same LR, the TEQ Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. So there is a possibility that whoever the Part 2 LR on JP is, they're going to come out for Global as well. But I think, for me personally, if I had to make a guess, with the fact that they've chosen to put the Kale and Caulifla celebration in this slot, and this celebration does have a Part 2 LR, I feel like we're probably going to see Goku and Hit release as the Part 2 LR. I mean, I personally, if it is another double rates LR banner with the same LR that JP is getting, like, that would be definitely hype, because for me, as a player and as a content creator, I'm always more hyped when stuff comes out on the same, like, on both versions at the same time, because it's all new, fresh stuff. So that's always the most exciting. But obviously LR, Goku and Hit, very, very good unit. So if it is them coming to Global, and hey, just because it's the LR, Goku and Hit banner, they could still, because it's essentially like the Christmas time LR banner, they could still make it double rates, which would actually be phenomenal. Because last year, when the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan released, I pulled 4 copies of him from his initial banner in about 1,000 stones. Which is a lot of stones, of course, but on a legendary summon banner, I don't usually get that good of a result. So definitely looking forward to seeing how that's going to work. But yeah, this team's played out very nicely. We have good, strong defensive units for slot 1. Kale and Caulifla, the TEQ one, are obviously pretty good once they get off a super. They are more designed for longer events, so of course they're not going to be putting out like crazy numbers, you know, on 1 or 2 turns, which is normally how long Super Battle Road fights go for. I think what we should do here, we're going to get the Dokkan attack this turn, so I guess we do this, because we've got every link except prepared for battle, which I think is fine. So we'll go ahead and do this. We should get the KO here. Well, at least on Grandpa Gohan, because we're going to have the Kale and Caulifla, the AGL Kale and Caulifla following up in the final slot here. So obviously this is my Kale and Caulifla, so 55%, slot 1, first attack of the entire fight, so they're not built up at all. Lot of damage from... Wow, okay. That's with a Whis active. So, hopefully Grandpa Gohan doesn't super us as well, because I don't know how exactly what their defense is going to jump to after this Dokkan attack, super attack, but if they take that much damage from Anin with a Whis active, I don't know how much damage they would take from him. So, the way the rest of the turn plays out, we should be fine, but Grandpa Gohan super attacking them would be pretty awkward. I mean, there you go. Type disadvantage, 55%, even with a Whis active. That was a lot of damage that they took. So, we get the additional super attack. We didn't get a crit on the Dokkan attack, which is unfortunate. Did hit all the nodes, so we get the full damage bonus. Double super definitely helps with the double defense raise plus Whis. But Grandpa Gohan did not super attack, so we should be fine. Because obviously Kale guards has the Whis active. And then... LR, Kale and Caulifla in the back here. They are, of course, Rainbow for me. They raise their defense on super as well. So we should be looking pretty good here. We already know Anin has already super attacked. So she's not going to be super attacking us in the final slot. So a little bit of a disappointing performance there for the Dokkan attack. But let's go ahead and do this. But yeah, it is what it is for a 55% unit, unfortunately. So we'll go ahead and grab these for you, and these. We should get rid of Grandpa Gohan here, and then have the AGL Caulifla do some extra damage to him. TEQ Caulifla's been super good in this run, when you consider the fact that she doesn't have a 100% dodge chance. I'd have to go back and look at it, but has she actually been hit by a single attack in this run? Watch I get hit this turn now. Oh. Gotta dodge this one. Okay, whew. I was going to say, that'll be the one that she doesn't dodge if she gets hit with a super attack. But yeah, TEQ Caulifla, still very, very good on the right team. You don't need to have the enemy that gives you the 100% dodge. She's still looking pretty good. And then, of course, AGL Caulifla. Can we get a super counter in slot 3 here, right at the end? That would be pretty cool. We're going to get a dodge. We're just going to get 2 dodges. I'll take that for sure. So... this looks pretty good here. We do have to be careful about, of course, the Int Kale. Did I use an item? I used the Android 8 last turn, right? I think what we'll do here is we'll just go ahead and Whis, just because Icarus, because I don't want to die right at the end. Because unfortunately, Kale, she's only taking 1 hit, but knowing my luck, there'll be a super attack, and that would be very bad. Oh, she's going to super attack in slot 1. And Kale with the dodge. Let's go. I'm pretty sure my STR Kale only has 3 dodge. Because she guards on most of the teams you're going to run her on. So, yeah, I will take a level 3 dodge against a super attack. Thank you very much. And then 2 million attack stat from TEQ KALE and Caulifla. So, basically, in summary, if you do pull Kale and Caulifla, it's definitely an easier run on this stage than if you just had like the STR Kefla to use as the leader. But bearing in mind, those of you guys that have seen the video already, and I did mention it at the start, I did the no items run for rapid growth using the double TEQ Gohan. So it's not like, you know, this stage was super difficult to beat without these guys, because obviously I'm not expecting everyone to do no item runs, but if you can recreate the team that I used to do a no items run, but you just throw in a couple of items, then you shouldn't have a huge amount of difficulty beating it. So it's not like you needed to pull these guys to beat rapid growth. Now obviously if you don't have TEQ Gohan, then they're definitely going to be a pretty big help. But it's definitely a little bit annoying that what we're seeing here in this final fight, the fact that we have Anin, the Int enemy. So, you know, we're not getting crits on our Kale and Caulifla or the TEQ Caulifla, who's not really a damage dealing unit anyway. So we're not doing a huge amount of damage here. We're going to take the super attack. We've got the Icarus active and we have supered first. So yeah, 200k. Still quite a lot, but I think that kind of shows you these guys are more geared towards these longer form events. In something like Super Battle Road, where they've only gotten off like 1 or 2 super attacks, they're definitely not designed for then being able to tank like a type disadvantage super attack. So that is something that you obviously have to bear in mind. But go ahead and grab these. If we can actually get a crit on the TEQ KALE and Caulifla here, I think we should be all good. Kale with the dodge again. Let's go. And she's at 1.8 because obviously her and TEQ KALE do stack as well. But again, it's the same issue for them where they're much better in the longer form events in terms of their damage numbers. But defensively, they've definitely showed their value here. And Kale getting the crit allows TEQ KALE and KALIFLA to finish her off, even with that fairly pitiful non-crit damage. So there you go. That was the TEQ KALE and KALIFLA team versus Rapid Growth Super Battle Road stage using the full Universe 6 Girls team. In typical fashion, it looks like the emulator is going to take forever to load, so we can't see the end screen. We did use a few items, but not all of them. So if you have pulled Kale and KALIFLA and you still need to beat this stage, this is definitely one way you can do it. Obviously, for the sake of the video, I made a full Universe 6 Girls team. I guess if you wanted to go for full like effectiveness, you could have TEQ KALIFLA or STR Kale with them on one rotation, and then have the other rotation be TEQ or Gohan and somebody else. Definitely would be a very effective build for the team. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.